Jananim Sharadam Devi Ramakrishnan Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Murmuhu. Then Sri Ramakrishna is telling, then there are devotees who are beyond the three gunas. They are eternally devoted to God like Narada. These devotees behold Krishna as Chinmaya, all spirit. His abode as Chinmaya, his devotees as Chinmaya. That is filled with Chaitanya, filled with consciousness. That is spirit and spirit only. Spirit, the spiritness is called spirituality. Where if you touch anything, water is there, then we call it wet. The cloth is wet because everywhere you can see water. Like that, in everything if you can see Chaitanya, Krishna is like that. Consciousness is made up of consciousness. His devotees are made up of consciousness. That's why devotee, to become a real devotee, he must not have any material aspect in him. As if his body is made up of Chaitanya, his mind is made up of Chaitanya, his senses are made up of Chaitanya, consciousness, ever fulfilled, ever present. There is Purnatva everywhere. It doesn't need anything else. It is Purna by itself. We being identified with the body, we are always apurna, seeking something or other. We are lacking. We are seeing the rest of the world existing apart from me. And I am a small, puny creature on this world. So many things are, so many big things are. When I separate from this bodily existence and become one with this cosmic existence, all end. I am Purna. I don't need anything. I am ever in state of bliss, Ananda Swarupa. So these devotees behold Krishna as a Chinmaya, all spirit and spirit alone, no matter. His abode as Chinmaya, his devotees as Chinmaya. To them, God is eternal. His abode is eternal. His devotees are eternal. Those who reason and speculate, following the process of neti, do not accept the incarnation of God. Hazra says, well, the divine incarnation is only for the bhakta and not for the jnani, because the jnani is quite contented with his ideal, I am he. Sri Ramakrishna and devotees remained silent a while. The Pundit resumed the conversation. How neatly every bit of observation M has kept in mind, like our modern recording, word to word, every bit, even sound, colors. You see the photography, every bit of color as it is taken, recorded. Sounds as they are recorded. So like that, he had the unique property or a nature in which he could remember whatever he sees as it is, as if a photograph is taken. Whatever he hears, as if the recording is going on, and he can display. Sri Ramakrishna also had this tendency or nature. When you used to go to Kathak Thakur, they call some priestly person who goes on explaining Puranas and all, the ancient stories of gods and goddesses, so many things. Sri Ramakrishna would sit and listen, and even the songs sung by them, he would remember and come and sing. He would display the whole thing. If he sees a drama and comes, he can play as it is. That unique property was there. When I was in Bailurmath, I saw many Swamis who can just listen to a lecture and translate as it is verbatim into another language. They'll just be sitting and listening. Suppose somebody is talking in Bengali, he has to translate afterwards into English. We're just sitting and listening. The same logic. You'll wonder how he is able to repeat the whole thing. If we hear anybody's lecturing, even 15 minutes, we cannot, our mind is incapable of recording it and reproducing. Morning we'll have yogasana. There, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, something is told. People sit and listen. But ask any one of them, can you repeat what you heard? They are supposed to hear it and practice it, implement in their life. That day particular, he has to feel it. If we ask after getting up, can you repeat it? No. Have you heard it? I've heard it. Means that grasping power, it has not been trained. Listening has not been, so absorption is not there. It has to begin small things, observing, while going and coming, observing things. Oh, where is what? There was one boy. If we go anywhere, he is able to just see and record as things are. And then we had gone one day to one house, and that boy, he may be in 7th, 8th standard. He came with us and we went inside. A car was standing. Another person was inside, talking to the people. And they, after our going, after a few minutes, that person went. And we wanted to contact him again. The household people wanted to contact. They don't have any record and whereabouts of that person. Oh, car is standing there. And the car is already gone away. That person has gone away. And then they asked, anybody has seen that car? Where going, which side it has gone? That boy told the number plate number. We were surprised. How he is able to? We all have seen the car and its color, what car it is, what is its make, what is its number, everything was told. 7th, 8th standard boy. How much of observation, how much of receptivity, how much of grasping. We have not developed that skill of grasping. M had that capacity of grasping. How neatly he is describing, you see, what happened there. Because if he sits and writes down, writing time will be missing. Its exact catching is not possible. Exact catching is when he gives himself totally to hearing. After that, he will give totally and he goes back and he has to write down as it is. Seeing the English translation later on, he says, oh, I should have done myself. What I intended, what I saw, what I experienced has not been brought into English translation. Because when one person hears or reads and he gets another understanding of his background, not the intended background. So intended background to get and to translate it, it's very difficult. Pundit. Ramakrishna remained silent for a while. Pandit resumed the conversation. Pandit, sir, how does one get rid of callousness? Laughter makes me think of muscles and nerves. Grief makes me think of the nervous system. Master smiling. That's why Narayan Shastri used to say, the harmful effect of study of scriptures is that it encourages reasoning and arguing. Where the mind goes, you see. Anybody laughing, how his face muscles are working. Nobody usually, those who are too much of reasoning, too much of logic, they will be seeing things which normal person do not see. Grief makes me think of nervous system. Master, that's why Narayan Shastri used to say, the harmful effect of study of scriptures, even not scriptures. You see doctors, the day they enter, the groove formation begins in their mind. Everything is taught. This disease, how it came, how it and what medicine will apply. All this, whole bodily system and everything is brought and taught and taught and taught. It forms a particular groove in the. As soon as he sees the disease, he can think of only what has been taught. Oh, this is the medicine for that. He cannot think of independent of that. Immediately, fever means he describes paracetamol. Over. Because he has been taught that way. Now, a traditional Vaidya who has been brought up with nature, human nature, how the nature governs, how the other things affect his system, how people around are working. First, when you go to the traditional Indian doctors of olden times, before the Western medicine came into something like Ayurveda, first thing he asks is about his family position. And family doctors used to be there who know in and out of their family things. Who is influencing in what way on that person? How the atmosphere is influencing. Why the fever came? The fever and medicine are not associated. Here, it is going through logic. There it is, logic is different. There it is, gut feelings. The doctor feels and understands, feels, and he is able to not only see the physical body, but beyond. He sees his mental structure. He sees his whole inner being. Goes beyond. How does his mind work? How does his intellect work? How the influences help him? What are the factors that might have influenced this small disease in him? He tries to eliminate all those influences of nature, of the atmosphere of the seasons, all this. Medicine is secondary. Avoiding and taking him to a free spirit. Sri Ramakrishna has been sent for change of weather. First change the weather. A person with heavy mental strain, frustration, disgust, all this. First thing the doctors advise, change his place. He will find play, new atmosphere, new way of living. Now psychiatry interferes. First give him tranquilizers and keep him in the same atmosphere. It is not possible. The whole structure has to be rebuilt on a new platform. Because the mental grooves form in every field. They cannot enter into the field of research. Research needs forgetting what all. One painter was there, expert painter in Germany. He used to teach painting. In those days, you see, we don't have photography. A person, I must be able to depict as he is through painting alone. His color, his facial expressions, everything has to be brought within the painting. A person's photo is needed, it is through painting. Kings, you can see, fine painters, the kings, as it is picture of the kings, when photography was not yet come. You can see the paintings of nature, of this. This painter used to teach. And after teaching the whole thing, he will tell, what all I have known, I have taught. It takes years, 10 years, 12 years. Then he will tell, I have taught you what all I can teach and what all I know. Now forget everything what I have taught. Let your innate nature come out and occupy this position. Then he has to forget the whole thing. Principles shine forth. What are the principles? Even in our normal observation, the first thing is you have to drop the reasoning. And then you'll see the principles shining forth, which is making, it is like hot iron or something heated things. What is the principle? Fire behind. So, we must be able to go to the tattva level, the principle level. Then we will, in medicine, in engineering, if you know the principles, building a house, only it stands on, every building is different from others. Every body is different from others. Every person's nature is different. Entirely, two natures never tally. You must be able to handle that. If you know the principles alone, you can handle and transform. Sri Ramakrishna is telling about the reasoning. Master, smiling, he told, then Pundit is asking, is there no way for us then? Narayan Shastri says, harmful effect of study of scriptures is that encourages reasoning and arguing. Pundit, is there no way for us then? A few days back, a lady came and she asked me a question. How many conquerors came to India from ancient times? Each time the conquest, we yielded. So many things we yielded. So many types of people came. They started ruling over us. We had so much of knowledge, so much of scriptural knowledge, reading, this, that. Bhagavad Gita was there. We could not face anybody. All good and great qualities are there in everyone. They could not save their country from these people. How it happened? Why it happened? I was about to ask a counter question. God has given everything to man. Everything. He can make his life happily living here and transcend and go also. Human body is given, which has all facilities to transcend the nature. A few years of intense sadhana, he is eternally free from this nature. He enters into the realm transcendental of everlasting peace. Crores and crores of people on this earth. God asks, I have given everything. Why they are not coming to me? Everything is there. Why are they not coming? Why did you not realize God? Same thing happened. Because we are more interested in small desires fulfillment than achieving higher things in life. So this structure is most important. That is, we are satisfied with small things of the world. And that's why that big thing before us and all capability to reach it, man is not able to realize. He feels enough of this. Enough, this is enough for me, this is enough for me. So that is the reason we are all, every man can realize God and go. But no one does. Even renouncing millions and millions of people, crores and crores of humans, where are we? Who wants to give up? I was thinking today is the lunar eclipse, Chandragrahana. Pitrapaksha begins, Purnima. Pitrapaksha Purnima. And then the sannyasis and sadhus all sit 4 months before on Guru Purnima for Chaturmasya. Today it will end. I was thinking, oh, today is Chandragrahana. And somebody asked the question also. The Chandragrahana, how to observe this Chandragrahana. And how that Pitris, those who have passed away in our Kula, who is presented a format for us to live. Generation of generation is flowing. They were responsible for what we are today. So, thanking them and seeking their grace and blessing. On one side is my spiritual practices to reach God. This is called Parva Kala. Parva Kala, Parva means junction. It is 2 periods crossing each other, either season or a period of time changing, a changeover. The junction is of the periods. Now, the Chandragrahana is there, it's a Parva Kala. In that, the nature, the divine, and the living beings collectively are in tune with each other. So, whatever you do during this period, there is contribution from the nature and God also. So, so you will do as much of japa, dhyana and all possible. And the second thing is, the yatis who are sitting for all, wherever, whatever type of renunciates who are renounced for God are there to bow down to them. Guru Varyas and all who have renounced, whether it's a brahmachari or a sadhu or a sadhvi, anybody, for all of them bowing down. Then I was thinking, oh, how few are there in the whole world of all religion, if you consider, and the worldly people behind that running after the world, enjoyments of the world. There is no comparison. You cannot compare it in 0.0000. You have to put so many zeros to express the differences, percentage. Like that is the vast difference. Where are the people who want to renounce for God? And if you are there always at all times, from ancient times, when the nomads were there were people, at least one or two here and there, who want to just enjoy the nature and offer, oh, something, somebody, somewhere is governing this universe. That understanding of God was there at all times. Is there no way then for us? Yes, there is the path of discrimination. In a song occurs the line, ask her son discrimination about truth. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.